Alright, hey guys, I am back, hole number 6 here, Oceania. And you can see the way that I have my bag set up. We're going to go driver, fairway, hornet, hopefully, is kind of the goal. So, I do recommend a nice power ball for this hole, for the tee shot. Especially if you have a little bit shorter driver, a Poc 4, it's going to be kind of middle of the road as far as drivers go and expert for what people are playing. What I do like about it in this situation is the curl aspect. It's going to make it very much easier to get it to where I want, as opposed to over extra mile or Thor's hammer. I don't like playing it to the right because then you give yourself a straight crosswind here. You can get it pointed a little bit more downwind. If you go to the left, it'll be a little bit easier. Plus, the hill over there is also a little bit easier as well when you do get it to the left. So that's how you're going to see me play it. And you can see here the complications with extra mile. Not having enough curl can be very challenging to get it around the corner there. And here you can see kind of what I'm up against. I'm going to need to go relatively full, maybe right around one top spin or so. And we'll just take advantage of a lot of this curl. And I'll just kind of be looking out when I'm using my Poc 4 here. I'm going to be looking at, I would say 5 rings, maybe just outside 5 rings for this ring play. So you can see how I'm setting it up. And aside from that, I'm going to pretty much max everything out. And hopefully, well, I caught a great ball on the right. I don't think that's going to be a deal breaker. We'll see. That's one of the reasons that you see me putting all this curl, all this hook on the ball, is to hopefully keep it in the fairway. And here you can see, even with that great ball to the right, still enough curl to get it around the corner. You just got to watch your topspin. You got to watch that angle, because if the angle gets a little bit more pointed down, I might have went too long. I might have needed just a touch of backspin. But here you can see from over on this angle, especially once you get it out of long iron territory, the hornet shot is going to be quite a bit easier. You can sometimes get away with it with a Nirvana, not a Nirvana, a Thorn. However, there's times where 3 topspin might put you just short. So that's one of the biggest reasons that you see me bring hornet. It always has more topspin, plus it always has more accuracy. So I was pretty much lethal from over here last tournament. So that is the recommended way that I recommend you guys going about it. First thing you'll do is you'll just size the club up. There you can see max, mins down here. I'm going to play some kind of deviation of that in between. And here you can kind of see what I was mentioning before. Here you can see right around 4 topspin. Seems to be about perfect. And I'm thinking for this shot, maybe 1.4-ish per ring, maybe just a hair over 5, the actual full bullseye. So just a fraction more than that. So that's what you'll see me go there, maybe 5 1/4 rings. Perfect ball. Just kind of skips up there. Goes, oh, what? So caught most of the cup. It is only Monday, not a big deal. But, a little disappointing to say the least. It was just a fraction of a ring too much. It still should have lipped in, but little unlucky there. But as I was mentioning, it's going to be very easy to be very lethal on this hole, especially with the hornets. You can see, sometimes I'll be able to get away with 3 topspin. There I use 4. And, it's just going to vary from kind of situation to situation. Sometimes you have to play around with the spin a little bit, but you can see all in all, it's not going to be too bad. But let me go to back to the notebook here, and we'll go to the overpower guide, because I do want to just show you a brief, kind of demo of what we were looking at. So you saw I used I used a level 4 power 3. So this is basically, and you saw that I went relatively full. So for comparison purposes, let's just say hypothetically, you have a better APOC than me. APOC 5, APOC 6, APOC 7, they're all going to carry the same. So if I was to put a similar ball on, you'll see, and here you can see it matching up. Distance-wise, if I needed to replicate that shot, I'm only going to need to go just slightly more than half power, about 2/3 power. And you can see needle color, what you're looking to kind of match. And since you have to do a lot of curl, you'll have to use a lot of that color because you won't be able to put the ball inside the circle. But you can see replicating it with my side spin and also the top spin. You could back off of that a little. You can see that I got well within max there. So, you could go full side. You just want to try to model as best as you can for the side spin and the, landing zone and getting the ball to cut around into that fairway nicely. Give yourself a nice, easy pitch. So good luck there, guys, and I'll catch you guys for hole 7.